Hi, my name is Justin Abruzzo from HeissenMusic.com. Today, we're going to learn how to assemble a clarinet. Let's start by learning how to open the case. I know it sounds silly, but every year I watch an instrument tumble to the floor when a student opens the case upside down.
The latches should be facing you when you open the case, and generally there's a brand logo on top of the case so you know that the case is upright. Always open the case slowly. In the event the case is upside down, you'll have the opportunity to catch it before the parts fall to the floor.
Let's start by identifying all the parts of a clarinet.
Starting from top to bottom, we will begin with the mouthpiece assembly. The mouthpiece assembly is comprised of 4 pieces: the mouthpiece itself, the reed, the ligature which holds the reed to the mouthpiece, and the mouthpiece cap. Next, we have the barrel. Then we have the upper joint, which is the smaller of the 2 large pieces. The lower joint attaches to the upper joint. And finally, the last piece of the instrument is called the bell.
There is no right or wrong order in which to assemble a clarinet. However, for my years as an educator, I found what I believe is the best way. Before we begin, we need to moisten the reed tip. Place the tip of the reed in your mouth, being careful as the reed is fragile. Keep the reed in your mouth as we move on to the next step. Never attempt to assemble a new clarinet without using cork grease.
When assembling the pieces, use a slight twisting motion back and forth. Never force the pieces together, and never push against a surface like your leg or table when assembling the parts. I always start by twisting the mouthpiece onto the barrel. One side of the barrel is much larger than the other, and the mouthpiece will only fit properly on one side, which is the smaller side.
The reason I do this is by attaching the mouthpiece to the barrel, it gives you something to hold on to when assembling the rest of the mouthpiece. It also lets you assemble the barrel and mouthpiece to the upper joint without the risk of twisting the ligature or reed off the mouthpiece.
The flat part of the reed sits on the flat face of the mouthpiece. The tip of the reed should sit just a smidgen below the tip of the mouthpiece. When looking at the face of the mouthpiece, you should see only a sliver of the tip of the mouthpiece over the tip of the reed. Using my thumb to hold the reed in place, I slide the ligature over the reed and mouthpiece. The screws of the ligature should face to the right. Once the ligature is in place, again, check the alignment of the reed on the mouthpiece. It should be perfect, and if it's not, now is the time to make small adjustments to make sure it's perfect. Once you're comfortable with the alignment, tighten the 2 screws to secure the reed in place. We will now assemble the remaining parts of the clarinet from top to bottom. Twist the barrel with the mouthpiece onto the upper joint. The reed should line up with the back of the upper joint, which has just 1 hole. Next, we will attach the lower joint to the upper joint. However, we need to be very careful when we do this. There's a bridge key, which is a mechanical linkage between the upper and lower joint. Improperly assembling these 2 pieces can cause significant damage to the instrument. When assembling these 2 pieces, it's important to press the middle hole of the upper joint. This will cause the upper bridge key to lift, allowing the lower bridge key to go underneath it. The holes in the upper joint and the lower joint should be lined up, and only a slight back and forth twisting motion should be used to put these 2 pieces together. Over-twisting in either direction will cause keys from the lower and upper joints to collide with one another, possibly bending the keys and damaging the instrument. Lastly, the bell should be twisted onto the bottom of the lower joint, and your instrument is now fully assembled. Always protect your reed by using the mouthpiece cap when you are not playing the instrument.
As always, everything you've seen here today is available at HeissenMusic.com. You can find direct links to the products we use in the video description. Should you have any problems or need more help, feel free to visit our blog or forum, both accessible through our homepage. Lastly, thank you for watching our video today.